Your call may be recorded. If your call is an emergency that requires an immediate law enforcement response, please hang up and dial 911 or your local police or sheriff's department. If you would like to speak to a representative to make a complaint or provide information, please press 1 now. If you would like to submit a tip online, please press 2 now. If your call is media related, please press... Please hold. You have reached the FBI's public access line. This call may be monitored for quality assurance, investigative, or other purposes. For English, press 1. Please choose from the following options. If you wish to report online crime, email hoax, or scam, press 1. If you wish to report suspicious activity that may be related to terrorism, press 2. If you wish to report a network intrusion matter, provide a tip on an FBI fugitive, press 3. If you wish to report public corruption, a civil rights violation, or white-collar crime, press 4. FBI, how can I help you?
Yes, hi. I had called the other day about a case about my daughter, and I think that I got to the wrong department, and I think that it was you guys.
Sir, may I have your name, please?
My name is Toriano Browning.
May I have your telephone number?
702-843-7890.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
And what would you like to report today?
I'm trying to report my daughter that's missing, but the way that my aunt had gotten false custody of her, and now she's missing, and I'm trying to report to you guys or somebody to investigate it. And my aunt works in the Lancaster local government, and they've covered it up, and I don't know where to go, or I need a referral or something.
Okay, sir. So your aunt has full custody of your daughter?
No, my aunt had gotten custody of her without my knowledge, and then they found out that she was abusing my daughter, and they put her in a foster home, and now they're claiming that they don't know where she is. So I'm trying to get somebody to investigate, or they said I got to the wrong department the other day, so I'm guessing it's you guys consider it to be a civil rights violation, I believe, because she works in government, they've covered this up.
Okay, sir. So have you contacted CPS?
Yes, I contacted them. They were the ones that gave custody to my daughter. To my daughter's aunt. They're the ones telling me now that they don't know where my daughter is. They've closed the case, and they don't know where she is any longer.
Okay. Have you contacted your local or state police?
Yes, I've actually went all the way up to Sacramento, and I've gotten no results from the state of California whatsoever. So,
okay, so why was your aunt getting custody in the first place?
They said that I was abusing my daughter, but I wasn't, and she was obtained a nurse's report that later was proven to be false by a forensic doctor. The doctor said that my daughter was normal. I have both reports here. I have the majority of the paperwork here. I've been doing mostly pro per, so I have almost everything that proves it.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12, but this happened when she was 8. She's been gone for 4 years. I was I wind up threatening my aunt.
Have you contacted the court system, sir?
Yes, I wind up threatening my aunt on my Facebook account. I was thrown in prison for that. So that's why it's been a span of time. So it's like I said, I have the paperwork that proves that my aunt was abusing her. They found out that my aunt was abusing her, and they removed custody and placed my daughter in a foster home. And then now they don't know where she is. So,
Oh. Okay, so you are going to have to continue working with CPS and the court system about finding the whereabouts of your daughter. I mean, if they did place her in
a foster home, you're going to have to contact them as well as a judge and an attorney, go through the court process about getting custody of your daughter back.
I know, but is there any way that I could have somebody just investigate what went on in my case? The cover-up is why I'm calling you guys, to talk about the cover-up part of it, because the mayor, my aunt. Okay, my aunt works for the mayor of Lancaster. His name is R.X. Paris. I sued the city of Lancaster. The mayor referred me. I have a letter from the mayor. He referred me to the attorneys to sue one of his employees and the city that he's the mayor of. Those attorneys messed up my lawsuit, and then that's when I was thrown in prison. They sentenced me to 8 years, and then I got that overturned and was released. So like I said, I have all the paperwork to prove the cover-up. I have everything. I just need somebody to investigate or referral to tell me where I can go to find out, to the next step. If it's not you guys, then who do I go to?
Well, sir, just the fact that the mayor told you to get an attorney in regards to suing the Lancaster and the attorneys messed up in your lawsuit, you were thrown in prison, that does not prove that there was a cover-up.
Well, what I'm saying, though, is the conflict of interest of those attorneys. What they did was they filed my lawsuit, and then they never contacted the people that I was suing. So when I found out, I was thrown in prison and sentenced to 8 years. I have the paperwork. I have the appellate court that says I was thrown in prison for no reason. Like I said, I just need somebody to investigate what's going on in the city of Lancaster and to investigate what went on in my case and my daughter, because now they don't know where she's at. So it's very, very strange. And they have this happened a week after the little boy Gabriel Fernandez had died. So it all happened at the same time. So like I said, if it's not you guys, I understand. Is there any referral that you could give me outside of the courts? Because I've went through the courts. I went all the.
As for the custody, for gaining custody of your daughter, you have to work with the court system and an attorney.
Okay.
You can also file a report with the state attorney general.
Ma'am, I have custody of my daughter still. They never took custody of my daughter. I have custody of my daughter.
You said that your aunt had custody of your
Yes, they
daughter.
gave my daughter. They gave her temporary. They gave her temporary custody of my daughter, and then they took that away. But they gave her temporary custody on a nurse's report that was found to be false.
You need to contact the court system and an attorney, because we cannot get involved in custody issues.
Okay, but outside of the custody issue,
contact an attorney and go through the court process, sir.
I'm saying outside of the custody issue, the cover-up part is what I'm talking about.
Sir, you have not given me evidence to prove there was a cover-up.
Okay, the fact that my aunt was found abusing my daughter, she's still walking free. She worked for the mayor, and the mayor referred me to the attorneys to sue one of his employees and the city that he's the mayor of. And those attorneys then messed up my lawsuit on purpose, and I was thrown in prison and given 8 years that was overturned later by the appellate court as my proof. That's my proof.
Well, it went through it was appealed. I mean,
yes, and the 8 years was overturned.
Okay.
Yes, and they said that the court abused its discretion. All that stuff in my appeal that I can send over links if you want to take a look at it. Or if you guys can, what I'm saying is the cover-up is why I'm calling you guys. I'm just telling you about the custody part on why everything happened.
What's your aunt's name?
Her name is Shirley Black, but she used the name Shirley Browning, like my family's name and my daughter's name, but her name is Shirley Black. And she was the director of the Self-Help Center in Lancaster, and her boss was the mayor, R.X. Paris.
Okay. And why did they say that the court abused its discretion in your appeal?
Because I took a plea agreement for the threatening her on Facebook. I threatened the kidnapper of my daughter. But anyways, I took a plea agreement, and I was let out of prison. They gave me an 8-year joint suspension. And that's when they violated the 8-year joint suspension after I sued them and I found out that they were railroading my lawsuit. They violated the joint suspension, gave me the 8 years.
Okay, so can you repeat that?
Okay. For threatening my aunt on Facebook.
Yeah, you pled guilty to that.
Yes, and they gave me an 8-year joint suspension. And let
You
me
got
out
8 year suspension, okay.
and let me out of prison. Then I sued them on a referral from the mayor. When I sued them, they violated my joint suspension and gave me the 8 years. Then the appellate court said that they violated they violated my due process, that they abused their discretion, and that they locked me up for no reason. It was literally because I was suing them downstairs in the court.
Who were you suing?
I was suing the city of Lancaster, the L.A.P.D, the Lancaster DCFS that had just let a little boy die, and Los Angeles County. And I have my whole lawsuit also filed by those attorneys referred from the mayor.
So why were you suing them because of a little boy dying?
No. I'm saying the little boy had just died. I sued them for giving that custody to my aunt on the false nurse's report. A forensic doctor examined my daughter 2 days later after she got custody and found out that my daughter was completely normal. I have all of his paperwork. He says I was floored after reading the nurse's report that said that my daughter had been getting raped and all types of stuff. A forensic doctor, Dr. Tixon, goes in and examines my daughter and comes out and says, no, this little girl's completely normal. But then they kept her with my aunt after I'm in Vegas screaming out, hey, she's kidnapping her, and I'm trying to get to California. This is when all this is going on. So, that's the way that she was able to do it. But I have the nurse's report and I have the doctor's report. The nurse's report says that my daughter's been getting raped for years. The state of California then gave emergency custody to my aunt. She used her connections because working for the self-help center, you deal with custody. So you know all of the people, you know all the nurses, you deal with nothing but custody. So that's why she used her connections to get that nurse's report and get custody of my daughter.
What proof do you have that she used her connections?
That part, I'm just saying, how did she get the nurse's report? That I don't have proof that she used her connections, but she's director of the self-help center and been that for 12 years in a little bitty town of Lancaster, California. So, I mean, the whole government knows it's a little one-horse town. I live in Vegas. My daughter lives in Vegas. The state of California did this. My daughter's in California. She did this. You know, I live in Vegas and my daughter lives in Vegas. So I went all the way up to Sacramento, and every time it's been cover up. So that's why I'm calling you guys to say, who do I at least go to, or who can I at least tell my story to where people can start investigating this?
Okay, sir. May I place you on hold for just a moment?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Like I said, I will get this information documented.
Yes.
May I have you the birth?
11/8/74.
May I have your address?
It's just a moment. Yeah. Just one moment. Here. Okay. Okay. What did you say?
What is your daughter's name?
Messiah Browning. I'm sorry. Somebody's talking to me.
Okay, sir. I will get this information documented, but like I said, you need to contact the attorney and we'll let them work this out. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. I didn't hear the last part, but I saw you do that. No, I didn't. I went in there. No, I hope you guys didn't hear that. No, I went in there. No, not giving the address live. No, never. That's why I went into the other room. Went in there, shut the door. We don't want them to hear that live so they could be over here bugging me while I'm trying to get some work done. We don't want that to happen. So no, that's not what we're doing. Because we're trying to get some serious work done. So what I figured out about the FBI is this, and I could have kept going with it, and I should have kept going with it, but everything I kind of thrown off of the address part. That's why I went into the other room to make sure that you guys didn't hear it. Yeah, you guys didn't hear it, right? You guys didn't, because we don't want people bugging me at a time right now. You see what I'm saying? We don't want that. So we don't want people bugging me. So, anyways, the FBI, you got to go in hard on them. You got to go in hard. They won't at the beginning. They're gonna tell you no, we don't do anything. I've been listening to that for years. You got to get all the way pissed off on them for them to keep going and keep going and keep going. You know, so that's what it is. So we got to get the information in. They got to log it. I've made a report. See, they weren't even logging this time. I've been calling them for years, literally. Until I just went in hard and hard. Well, then where do I go? If I don't go to you guys, where do I go? Because I go to there. That's where I go. That's why she didn't refer me to anywhere else. Because that's where I go to. I finally found the right. Because the FBI is sectioned off. You know what I'm saying? So it's sectioned off. So, anyways, if you go to the wrong section, they can say, no, we don't handle that. I've been coming back telling people, like, you talk all the they don't handle it. And then they're like, what? They don't handle kidnapping and sexual assault of your daughter? Like, what they're telling me is that they don't handle it, but I'm figuring out that it's sectioned off. Hold on. I forgot this part too, excuse me. I'm not wearing a belt. So I finally got to the right section, and then she tried to shoot me off to, like, lawyers and attorneys. I've been doing that for years. Courts, I've been doing that for years. Except it's all taking place in California, which is a rogue state. They're so rogue that they want to secede from the Union. They want to leave America. They're very rogue right now. Okay, anyways, we're going to make another call. We're going to get some of this stuff done here live. I've been doing this stuff, but we're just going to show you that how it's all roadblocks. Everywhere you go is roadblocks. But that's because the people that are in power are the ones that we're going after. So it's going to be roadblocks because we're going to...
Thank you for calling the State Bar's Attorney Complaint Hotline. For quality assurance purposes, your call may be monitored. To continue in English, press 1 now.
The State Bar's Attorney Complaint Line can give you information about attorneys or assist you with making a complaint about an attorney's conduct. We cannot give you legal advice or intervene on your behalf in your legal proceedings. If you would like to file a complaint, discuss how to file a complaint with someone, or learn what happens after you file a complaint, press 1. If you have already... There are common attorney-client problems that can be solved in ways other than filing a complaint. To hear about
Not
common
this one.
attorney-client problems and alternative solutions, press 1. If you have tried these other solutions and you need to hear more about the complaint process, press 2.
If you file a complaint against an attorney for unethical conduct, your complaint has to be in writing. Your complaint has to be about an individual attorney, not the law firm. We need the name of the attorney. While you can obtain a complaint form from our office, you do not need a form to make your complaint as long as it is in writing. After we have received your written complaint will be reviewed by an attorney who will decide whether your matter should be investigated. To request a complaint form by mail, press 1. If you wish to talk to a representative about filing a complaint, press 2.
All of our complaint analysts are currently busy assisting other callers.
Yeah, I should press
Please
3.
remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order in which it was received. Thank you.
I should have pressed 3 and just went right to
There are currently
file the complaint.
1 callers ahead of you.
4 callers. Okay, we're not going to do that one. We're not, because I can tell you what they're going to say. They're going to say, yes, it's unethical for this stuff to happen, but who cares? That's what they're basically going to say. Not who cares, but it's not seen as, boy, with the daughter and everything, but this is the way that they work. So, but we'll do that on another show. I'll call the state bar, because what it is I'm trying to go after Arts Paris's license to practice law. You see what I'm saying? Because he did a huge conflict of interest. So I want to go after Arts Paris's license to practice law. So that's our next step. And you guys know this. I'm about to do it live right now, but we'll do it tomorrow because, like I said, 4 people in line is too much. All right. We're going to go over a couple things and I'm going to end the show. The big thing was a call to the FBI. We got somewhere. I was just going to hassle her and hassle her. This is how you have to do it. Hassle her and hassle her. She was happy that I let her get off the phone. But like I said, I got to call her back. I didn't get her name. Oh, but I got the right department. So she's the secretary. It's not like they switch. They don't have an answer service. It's the FBI. She's an FBI agent. So next time I call, it'll be her. Okay. We're going to talk about Alex Jones and Craig Sawyer. I love these guys because they're fighting for the pedophiles. They're fighting against the pedophiles. You see what I'm saying? So I love these guys. They're fighting for our children against the pedophiles. I really love these guys, man. But my thing is, someone needs to come and talk to me. You see what I'm saying? Somebody needs to come and talk to me so we can get this story on the road, so we can start bringing these people down. We've raised enough money, and we don't need money. That's bullshit. I don't. I'm just saying that the job, see, when we're the job, pause it. All right. Still pausing? Yes. Okay. Let's get back. You guys are done now. I don't need money. Yes, I need money. But hey, we can bring them down with this story and exposure. Exposure brings them down. Exposure brings them down. Not money. Exposure brings them down. The light. Shining the light on what they did. Yes, there's a lot of layers to this. We're going to go over some of these layers. I'm going to be fast. All right. Maybe we're going to turn this into a 2-part show because I don't want to do a long show. The FBI thing, I want to contemplate that stuff in my head. So we're going to finish this show tomorrow. Because I have to go through this paperwork stuff with you. We're going to go over this nurse's report stuff and the stuff that I was talking to the FBI about. The report, the nurse's report that says, yes, my daughter, something had happened to her and that it was me that did it. And then the forensic doctor's report that says my daughter is completely normal, which happened after. And he says he's floored. He fell on the floor after examining this little girl because he's expecting to see all type of rapes and she's completely normal. And then the letter stating that Shirley then later did something to my daughter. We're going to go over this stuff tomorrow. I was going to do it all today, but that was kind of draining with that FBI call. I got further than I thought that I was going to get. I thought that they were just going to really be like, sir, we can't help you. So, but I see that they didn't, so I appreciate that. I should have got her name before I got off the phone with her, though. That was a mistake. Oh, man. But I'm going to call her back anyways. So, but I'm not going to do it live because they asked for addresses and stuff. And hey, I can't give that stuff live or I'll be harassed here by the people that we're trying to bring down. And they have a lot of people working for them. And the ones working for them seems like they might be into this stuff too, because why would you work for a pedophile? Anyways, they tried to set me up and they made a huge mistake trying to set me up. So I'm going to expose everything now. This is how it's going down. You guys have made me that mad. On April 1st, sending the little April 1st jokes about my daughter being dead and stuff like that, which I know the type of people that do that type of stuff. I know because these people are in a miserable hellhole themselves. They are, and they eat off of, maybe we can get him mad. Pausing again. They eat off of, maybe they get me mad. But they can't. Sometimes. Anyways, we're going to go over the notes and everything tomorrow. We're going to do all this stuff tomorrow. Because that FBI call, when I think about that, man, that was pretty good. Documents. Yes, document it. So when I call back again tomorrow and harass, you guys are living off of you guys are living off of taxpayer dollars. So your job is actually to investigate. We don't have to raise money. We already pay out of our taxes for people to investigate this stuff. And if they're not investigating it, then it's time that we start firing these people. So anyways, like I said, hey, I'm glad they were raising money because we need to shoot a documentary about this. But hey, it needs to be about what went on with my daughter and this paperwork that I have, and to show that they cover up, to show how far they would go by throwing the dad in prison and trying to blame the dad when they have proof that it was the government employee, not the dad. So, hey, doing that, all bets are off. Anyways, I'm going to get up out of here. It's your boy Brave for Brave News. Thank everybody for watching, the ones that watch. Please share. I know, these are two things I need for people to do. Either one or the other works for me. Go to GoFundMe /brave-news-network, which I can say this all day and nobody goes and donates anyways. Because everybody's like, they don't want to get involved with kids and stuff like that, but we have to. We have to. Now, I know I said we don't need the money, but of course we need the money. We just don't need a big abundance of money. We only need a little bit of cash. So, I'm ready to stop raising and start filming. Anyways, if you don't want to do that, which people don't want to, at least for my case, they don't want to, fine. Just hit the share button. Share it to your friends, let them see what's going on, and they try to blame me, and they try to cover up what really happened, and it's not going down. So we're not going to allow them to win. It's your boy Brave for Brave News. I'm going to get up out of here to Brave News Network. Peace.